Alert, alert. This is Unit coming to you from the eastern seaboard of the United States, and we are having trouble with some larval forms of a creature, and we don't know what to do. We've been invaded, and I'm pretty sure that this thing is gonna get really serious before it gets any better. Um, Talking to Unit Soldier Lee over in the UK, and could you please get me in charge with Kate Stewart? I would be most obliged. Thanks. Uh, Opening thoughts on from Geeks Assembled. We are the Geeks Who Assemble, and we fight aliens. No, I'm just kidding. We don't need to. Looks like everybody else is gonna fight this one. And it looks like it's the same thing that the Fourth Doctor and Sarah Jane and Harry Sullivan is an imbecile. No, Harry Sullivan were coming face to face with in the Ark. It's the word. Anyway, what's your
Yeah.
opening thoughts on Revisitations, a unit special report done by Big Finish
Revisitations.
with Kate and Osgood and a Wirrn. Go ahead.
Well, this box set is a damn good box set.
Right?
Usually you get 4 stories, but in this one there's 3.
Right? But
because the first story is it's split into two parts.
yeah, it's so good.
So
what?
it was so good it deserves to be 2 parts. Yeah, the thing of this box set is revisitation. So they're revisiting things from Who history. Story 1 is the Wirrn. Story 2 is cleverly done because we've never met these aliens before, but we've supposedly Unit have in the past, but we've never heard of these aliens before. And story 3 is the
Mind of Evil.
Is the killer machine from the Mind of Evil, and of the character what's the name? Character
General Chin
from the Mind of Evil, but she's a doctor. So they brought a character back from the TV series there. Yeah, so 3 damn good stories, to be honest. The Wirrn one was amazing. Having the people getting infected. I mean, we saw it on TV of them getting infected by the Wirrn horde, but this goes more into detail and what it does to these people with their, with the mind and the control from the Wirrn. And you do lose characters in this to the Wirrn. So yeah, damn good story. Was it by Chris Chapman? And then you got story 2, Breach of Trust, where it's a story about an alien marriage gone wrong, and where the wife and the child are trying to escape the overbearing husband. So that the wife was lying to the unit to destroy the alien ship when it appears, but also as well, Osgood goes against Kate's orders, and it's all about that and how Kate reacts to that, and she doesn't react well.
No.
And then the final story, as we said before, is the killer machine, but it's evolved. It's grown. The parasite in the machine has grown, and has become a form of a man, um, which he he does. He's doing exactly what he was doing before in the Mind of Evil,
Mm-hmm.
but with more intent and more focus. And of course, their unit get involved, um, which it's great because you get in the atmosphere. In this one, you get in the atmosphere of the Mind of Evil with
Oh my gosh.
with the sound, what was used back then. And you're just picturing everything back then to now. So yeah, I all in all, this is a good box set. Revisitations. This one I bought a few years back, but this is the first time I've listened to it. So because sometimes you don't get a chance to listen and watch everything you buy.
Right.
So, and this is a new one on me, this box set, and I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So back over to you.
Yeah. Released in 2018, about 38 years after The Mind of Evil or something like that. And it was so good. It really nailed what Pertwee and Delgado were kind of mixing up for and it starred the same actress who was
Peaks and Limb.
who who played her in the TV show. Yeah, Pix and Lim. It was so
Yeah,
good.
she played Captain Chin Lee, didn't she?
Yeah. And there was I mean also also the runaways, the story of the runaway sirens. Basically, they were playing outer space sirens. These two ladies who were on the run, and it had the same sort of energy that Not Without My Daughter, or the what was the other one that was about um the husband and wife fighting over the kid and
Mm.
trying to her disappear them. I can't remember what the other one was. But yeah, it just felt like those stories. And you get a sense that these sirens would have destroyed everything on planet Earth just to be able to stay together. They want they didn't want to fight anymore. They just wanted to run away.
Yeah.
And but they're endangering everything, put Kate in a position of needing to protect everything.
Mhm.
And that's really where the Silurians kind of put the brig. So maybe that's what they mean by revisitation, because this is that that aspect of this story, the fact that she went on to really burn the ships down
Mm.
and sort of gave up these two kids afterward. She had to. I mean, she had to, the way the her dad had to destroy the Silurian base.
Mm.
I don't envy people in paramilitary or military organizations. I mean, it kind of I mean, sort of similar thing happened to Corrosion, right? Right? He went up against Putin, and Putin had to destroy him. Um, it's not the right decision a lot of the time, most of the time, let's say. And but it is the decision that these leaders feel they have to make. So yeah, they kill, like the assassination or the killing of people. Anyway, I'm just glad we didn't lose Osgood, and because Osgood was all wrapped up in that one. Like that really
Mm.
was like she really was tight with the mother and daughter on the escape plan and stuff.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah,
that story, and the first story, you we- right? What was it called again? Breach of trust. Um,
definitely breach of trust. Like
I
Osgood
mean,
went against orders.
the mother, yeah, the mother giving up her own life to destroy her husband and the fleet,
Hmm.
um, but leaving her daughter there with Unit. Um, I don't know any. I've only there's only one more box set after this one before Unit gets revamped into a new form on the audios, and I don't know whether we hear about this young Siren again. That because you didn't hear from her in the last story, so I don't know what happens to the young daughter there. So
Yeah.
that's an open. And then on the first story, Hosts of the Wirrn, you have the character Shana,
Tana, yeah.
who is
Just
infected by
signed
the
up.
Wirrn, but just signed up and becomes a Wirrn.
Yeah.
But units are keeping her there
In
because
stasis or whatever.
she's still got a human consciousness or whatever.
Yeah.
But you didn't hear of that character again in this box set. So
Right.
you'd have thought maybe like Shana would have been used more this box set as a part of Unit.
You mean like Gwen is in Torchwood, like Gwen is sort of brought forward into the Torchwood, and like all of a sudden she does stuff with them.
Yeah, yes, because now it's there in Unit that that Shana is a fully blown Wirrn, but with a human consciousness,
Yeah.
and the keeper in Unit. You'd have thought because they're trying to help her, trying to make her back human or keep her at ease as it is, but you didn't hear that character again. As with the young Siren daughter in the next story, you don't hear of that character again.
Right.
So you're thinking, well, this story is a bit open ended here. Well, you want finalization for a character. You want to know what happened, and I don't know if in the next box set we do find that out or not. So some of it's just a bit open ended, I would say. But enjoyable, all of it.
Yeah. It was really amazing, and strong female characters, strong alien
Mhm.
influence. I love that the Keller machine was made the same noise that it did. The
Mhm.
the guy made the same noise as the Keller machine did in Stangmore Prison. And this is the Stangmore Prison was the one where the brigadier, Mr. Received Pronunciation, Mr. Elegant and Eloquent, came into that speaking with a Cockney accent and wearing a brown jumpsuit or whatever. Fun. It was overalls. So fun. And you did get a sense of the Wirrn, that noise that was going on.
Yeah.
And then okay, like the siren really, you after the siren's first song, I was getting ready to take off my headphones every time that I heard the voice. I was like, okay, here we go. Gonna have to rip these headphones off and just listen to it from a mile away. But the only thing I had to do that for was because it became part of the story. The
Yeah.
sirens they became speaking roles and with a lot to say. I mean, there was a lot of stuff that was going on with them, and
I've,
eventually, go ahead.
I've, I've just been checking on the next box set because one of my favorite characters in this unit audio stories is Colonel Shindy,
Shindy,
played by played by Ramon Tickerum.
yeah.
And I'm afraid to say this is the last box set he appears in,
Oh,
which is a
unfortunate.
shame. Yeah, because I like the character of Colonel
He didn't
Shindy.
die
Yeah,
in the story of
no,
the with the mind eater or the parasite. Yeah,
no, he,
he didn't
no,
die in that one.
no, no, no. But I know he's not doing any more Big Finish.
Oh, he's not.
No, he because he in the Torchwood audios he played Colin, who was Mr. Colchester's husband.
Uh-huh.
But in the last box set, he was recast because he didn't want to do it anymore. So I don't know if he's just
Oh,
turned his back on the audio things or not. I don't know. But great character. And I only found out this week that, that Ramon Tickerum has got a famous sister.
who's that?
I mean, I don't know if you've ever heard of her over in the States, but she was quite big over here. Tanita Tickerum,
Huh.
singer. She
Oh,
had a
cool.
brilliant album out in the late 80s and early 90s. I should have guessed by the same surname, Tickerum.
I've never heard of her. So you're right about that. That it's not
Yeah.
not an American. She's not an American institution. He's not really well known either. But he is good. The Colonel is good.
Yeah, it's a shame he's not in the next box set or the
Yeah.
new one.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Unfortunate. Hmm.
Yeah.
So, Lee, what else would you like to say about this box set? I think that it comes off on audio pretty dang spiffy without a bunch of green bubble wrap.
Yeah.
The Wirrn uh,
Well,
and Osgood
all
is
in all,
always fun.
yeah, all in all, three solid stories.
Yep.
And for the middle one, Breach of Trust, giving Gemma Redgrave something really, really to get her teeth into.
Yeah,
Um, she acted her socks off in that one.
yeah.
It was a very meaty role story. Uh, um, it's just this has all been good, but this one for me is one of the best. It's got a lot of. It's all about characterization and emotions,
It is. It
and
really is.
really does work. for me. That
100%.
yeah. So it's it's going to be a solid 10 from me. This.
Good.
Uh, what about you?
All right. Well, I would agree. I'll give it um yeah, 10 green bubble wrap monsters out of 10. Just I like how they turned the the parasite into a man. They like how they turned the Wirrn into sort of you know, intellectual travelers from other planets, and how their larval state was still was just like a roaring. They just had like a roar to them, and so yeah, and what's his name? Uh, director. It had a lot of these things had a lot of similarities because they were all directed
Ken
with
Bentley.
good, yeah, by Ken Bentley, and I've never heard of him, but good job. It was, there was a lot of energy that kept going through them, and
I think he directs all the unit ones.
it's, oh, he does, okay. Anyway, the other thing that was really awesome about these stories was like the delivery. There was just wasn't any sort of fluff or padding. It was
Mm.
they were really well told tales, and
Yeah, there was no dull moments. It was just straight
right,
in with the story, and you're on your way. You're
yeah, and there was plenty of science and understanding and philosophy and a little bit of action. The the havoc would have been there had there been, had it been shot in the 70s. So good. I just think the world of I think the world of Sir Alistair Gordon Lethbridge Stewart and his daughter. So, these are fantastic. And yeah, the fact that we come together and we review these things, we want you to enjoy these things as well.
yeah.
And find your favorites and find your favorite characters. I mean, I think that the colonel from the Chinese colonel was awesome back in Mind of Evil, and I think that that the the actress picked me Lee. I just think that wonderful job, and Pixen Lim. I mean, excuse me, Pixen Lim, and sure enough, brought it all back, right? And
Mm.
so you can go out and listen to these and enjoy them, and also be sure to you know buy the bundles or whatever Big Finish is trying to do. And thanks Ken Bentley for really great audios, and thanks, Lee, for listening to them with me. If you'd like to join Lee and I, please do. All you need is a device, a
Yep.
camera, microphone, the Zoom app, which is or a Zoom browser connection, and we would be happy to have you. We meet at 7 p.m. on a Sunday, UK time. That's 4 p.m. or 9 p.m. Sunday at UK time. That's 5 p.m. at in the eastern part of the United States. So come join us. Um, hit the bell notification when you hit the subscribe. And we would be happy to have you share this widely as well. So yeah, you'll know when we're putting out our little podcast here. And Audio Heads is it's not sponsored by Big Finish, but we have listened to so much Big Finish stuff because they're so good at their job. They really know how to make adventures. And I listen to audiobooks that are just like regular audiobooks. That's how I do my reading. And I do listen to a lot of nonfiction and fiction, but you know, Big Finish is so entertaining. It's so much fun. And they don't have to do this job, but they do it so well. And I'm really damn grateful for them. And so thanks, guys. Thanks, Ken, for making these great stories. And yeah. So thanks, Lee. And we'll be seeing you guys in a fortnight for some more audio heads adventures. What whatever it is, you'll be here. You'll know about it. Okay. Okay.